Okay, good morning, everybody. We're gonna start the market update. There is just a jobs report coming out this morning. We don't know whether we're gonna get that or not, but that's coming out at 8:30. This is a weekly number. This is the number of people apply for unemployment on a weekly basis. So this number is coming out at 8:30, and so far the number we don't know whether we're gonna get it or not. Uh, 225K, that's a number of people are expected to claim for unemployment. If the number is more, that's negative. Uh, let's see what comes out at another 14 minutes. If it does come out or it doesn't come out. So at meantime, we still have the shutdown on the U.S. Market. Is There is no end in sight. There are no scheduled meetings. So far, that Republicans have been saying, what I've been reading is they've been saying we will try to meet on the weekend. So we are here Thursday, so chances are we're not going to get anything done till probably Monday morning. So we're going to have a shutdown for today and tomorrow, and including the weekend. So if they don't get anything done soon, it will start to affect the market by next week. So short term, it really isn't going to do that much, other than right now they're doing the cuts, laying off people, government employees, only keeping the essential employees and laying off everybody else. So Donald Trump is in no hurry to get a deal done, because it's kind of helping him push the economy to the downside a little bit. Maybe that's what he's trying to do, is trying to cool off the economy more further. So Jerome Powell will cut bigger interest rates. Maybe he's doing that, but it's at the same time he's hurting his own country. That people are going to go out of the jobs, and I don't think this guy really cares, because he's also going after the Democratic. Remember all the any benefits that are going to the Democratic states, he is cutting, and he said it openly, and in the news this morning, and he's tweeted out that he's doing this, and this is going to hurt a lot of people, because a lot of the Democratic states are the biggest populations. Like you look at New York, you look at California, you look at Michigan. A lot of these states are Democratic, and this is where a lot of the population is. And he's cutting any benefits to going to these states. And that is not going to be a good thing for the U.S., and this is going to hurt their economy further. And Besant is also saying this morning the GDP number could get hurt by this shutdown as well, and this will further deteriorate the American economy. And that is not good overall, but Donald Trump does not realize that. And I think give it about 2 years. I think China will overtake the U.S. in overall GDP numbers and the growth in the economy. And right now, I think it's only about a $5 trillion difference between the two. I think the Chinese will make up that very quickly, and you will see yuan become the number one currency in the world, and that is not going to be good for Donald Trump. Does not realize what he's doing, and he's basically going to destroy America, and it's happening. It's coming, and from where I see, that's what's happening. And gold. And that's why gold keeps going up. It's over $3,900. 4K level is coming up on gold. I do suggest that if you still have gold, hang on to it. And further erosion in the U.S. economy is going to push this gold to even higher. And you'll see the dollar, my almighty U.S. American dollar, will come down even further. And as the 10-year will go up, the bonds will crash this market. Why will the bonds crash the market if the bonds keep going up? The Americans will have to print money at a higher interest rate, and they'll have to give more and more interest rates out. So I'm really keeping this keen eye on this 10-year. Is it gonna? He's trying to, with the economy. If the economy gets in the worst, what usually happens to the bond rates? The yields usually come down, and they're not coming down. Okay, that's not coming down. So we keep a close eye on the 10-year. If it doesn't get below 4%, Even with these interest rates coming down, this is going to be I think it's going to blow up the American dollar pretty much. So let's see. Uh, it could happen faster than a lot of people think. Maybe not 10 years down the road, it could happen in the next couple of years. So gotta stay on edge on that. Okay. Let's take a so keep a gold on it. Let's take a look at ES futures. What are they doing this morning? They are going higher and higher. Remember, Jerome Powell said last week, hey, the stocks are fairly overvalued. Well, guess what, Mr. Powell? This stock market is even higher than what you just said. Okay, so it's even going higher. Right now, you name a stock, it's going up, except the blue chips. You pick out anything in technology right now, it's going up. Whether the stock has revenue or not, it's going up. Okay, so what I'm telling you from here is you got to be very careful. Okay, you got to be very careful at owning this when the stocks do drop. Stocks like that usually come down faster. And if they do come down faster, you're going to be guessing, is it going to go back up or not? And the thing is, it'll drop very quickly. The market will drop. If you can see these, look at these candles. Market goes down very quickly. And it's going to happen sooner or later. We know the market is overpriced, but we don't know where it's going to start slamming to the downside. It will start. Okay, right now I'm being very cautious. I own the blue chips. I'm not worried about companies like Canadian National Railway or the Starbucks or some of the other companies that already have taken a hit to the dollar stores, that have taken kind of look at they're not going up with the market. If you look at Dollar Tree, stocks like this one, these stocks are going to the downside. So I'm not worried about these stocks taking a hit. It's those the technology stocks. These are the stocks that are going to be. I have a target around. If you want to buy the stock again, it went up to like 120. I think this stock is a buy. As the lower it comes, the more it becomes a buyer for the market. So overall, when the market does fall, everything comes down. Okay, everything. So these stocks will come a little down a little bit less. And I want to add these. I would be wanting to add these more than the technology sector. I would want to buy stocks like this. So let's see how far the market goes up, and when it will start dropping, it will. So you just got to be very, very careful. So going back to the ES futures, how far can it go up? Right now, because we're in the black space, remember that black space, there's no resistance up here. Okay, so how far they can go? Anybody's guess. Okay, and a lot of it is going up is because of interest rate cuts. Instead of you getting a quarter point, chances are with the numbers that came out on ADP on Wednesday morning that this number, the interest rates may be gonna go from a 0.25% cut to maybe 0.5% cut, and we might get 2.5% cuts the way the numbers are coming down. So we'll see the numbers come again next month, but I'm predicting at least a 0.5% cut on the next interest rate cut so far, and that's what's being figured into the market right now, and that's why the market keeps pushing to the upside. Look how strong the trend is right now, very, very strong. And if you look even the lower time frame, 1 hour, and you look at the 5 minutes, very, very strong to the upside. So same, we'll take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is it's even stronger than the ESY because all the AI stuff. Somebody said yesterday, I forgot who. I think maybe even Harvey might have said it. They're making a deals among them. There's no money has come across. This kind of reminds me in '99. Remember, Nortel was making deals with all the other from similar companies. What they were doing is they were making deals. Okay, you use my what I make, and I will use what you make, and that's what was the transfer between them. There was no money exchange. So far, this could be a problem also that's happening right now in AI. Making a deal like C3 AI say probably could go, hey, you give me what I need, I'll give you what you need, but there's no money transfer. And when that kind of things starts happening, there's no money transfer, that's when the companies don't have any money, and that's when they eventually will come to the downside, or they will try to raise money because their share prices have gone up. Like a company like a Nvidia has gone up so much, they can say, hey, we want to raise $10 billion, we need cash, and they can do it, and they can just do it. And what will happen to the stock price on Nvidia? Chances are it's going to drop down pretty quick, right? So that could happen. A lot of companies are at any time they're like companies like Sound and many others already have, and every time the price goes up, they started raising money. So if you even look at the news releases on a company like this, SOUN, every time they gone up, they started, hey, they did it back here, okay, and the stock started coming down here, and they're starting to they do it here. If you go over, they're raising some more money, okay, and when they're raising money, they sell shares, and when they sell shares, they're diluting your their shareholder value to the downside, okay. So this is happening, and that's what's going to happen to a lot of these stocks, AI stocks. They're going to need money, and they're going to start raising money. And there are many examples that I can pull up that are doing that already. So anyway, looking at the NQ again, sitting at all-time high. Where is it going? Again, it's hitting the all-time highs here. Let's look at the day chart. This is black space, keeps going up. How far can it go? Anybody's guess, right? NQ. And the Dow Jones is, look at this stock here. This is not breaking out. And the 30 stocks that are in this, they're the biggest companies in the US, and they're not breaking out. The only stocks that are breaking out is technology. Okay. So this is not going along with it. They know the stock market is overvalued. So right now, this is actually showing the true colors of the stock market than the NASDAQ or the ES. Okay, where the index here on the 30 stocks is not just based on Microsoft, it's not based on just Amazon, it's not based on Google, right? So this one is more aligned with the 30 of the largest companies in the US. Okay, so that is not what. Take a look at the Russell 2000. Again, there's another one that's telling us, hey, the market, if you look at the ES and you look at the NQ, they're overvalued. This is not breaking onto new highs. This hasn't done a new high since November of last year. Okay, so these are saying, hey, the stock market, especially in the ES and the NQ, is way overpriced right now comparatively. Okay. And the VIX has been sitting nice and calm so far, even with the government shutdown. It's not going anywhere. It went up last week when we had that meeting with the feds. So far, this has been really kind of calmed down right now here. And when you look at the 10-year, it's not going anywhere. It's kind of sitting 4.11. I wish it come down below 4%. If it's not going to come below 4%, if this starts rising and starts to break these trend lines to the upside, I would be very worried about the stock market. Okay, that's when I would really get worried. This is where I would really start selling. So here's your actually start looking at especially the 10-year. If this starts going up, start selling your stocks. Okay, start selling your stocks. Go into more and more cash, and that's your warning sign. If the yield starts going up. Why is this warning sign? The short-term interest rates are coming down. When you push the short-term interest rate coming down, you are also trying to push the long-term rates to the downside. And if the long-term rates are not coming to the downside, if they start rising to the upside, the liquidity, this is where people actually go borrow money from the bond market. Okay. And if it's not coming down, if these are going higher, that is not good. And that's what Donald Trump is trying to push down. Okay. So the dollar index is also kind of holding steady with the 10-year sitting at 4.11. It's not going anywhere. Take a look at quickly the put call ratios. All these, if you look at the SPY, the triple Qs, and the IWM, they're all going towards a put side right now. So they're thinking the market is getting a little bit of pricey. And these put call ratios are telling us maybe need to, same thing what I'm just trying to say, the market is getting a little bit overpriced. And why is the Bitcoin running up? All because of the interest rate cuts. More liquidity coming into the market. And where all that money, extra money they're going to print, where is it going to go? We see the stock market that is being overpriced. We are seeing that maybe the gold may be running up so much. And where is it going? It's going into Bitcoin. Okay, that's what's pushing these all the Bitcoin stocks to the upside. So I think they will continue to the upside as long as we keep getting interest rate cuts. Okay. So that is where the market overall is going. And you look at the forex market. Forex market is kind of going to the very, it's kind of very mixed. Still, I see the Japanese yen. I've been saying this for a while. This Japanese yen will get stronger against the American, and it's going to take time. I know I've been saying it for a while. It has been trying to come down, but I've been saying it for a while. I think this is going to see a further downside here. The yen, you will eventually see it. I think it's just going to have one big candle one day, and we're going to wake up in the morning. This yen is going to be much more stronger to the downside. I think it's a matter of time. It's a ticking bomb. Same thing with the euro. We will see 120s holding very strongly, especially the euro here to the upside. So again, the pound is also sitting at $1.35. We will see $1.40 one day sooner or later. Okay. So anyways, quickly, I haven't talked about oil market. Oil market's been kind of going it's kind of whiplash back and forth between here. One day we are seeing the Saudis saying we are going to cut or increase, and then the oil price is kind of going accordingly. But if you're going to go into a recession, that's what Donald Trump is pushing. Plus, we have the government shutdown. Oil should go down further. So maybe the $60 level, maybe the $55 level. We need to break out of this range here. So, and the break range is around 60, 74, somewhere there. If it breaks below that, it's gonna come very quickly around to 60 and maybe even back to 55. Okay. So oil is not kind of giving us a clear market. So when it's whiplashing back and forth, I kind of like to stay away from the oils. I did stay away from a while. I did buy it to the upside when it went above the golden line. I kind of now is sitting below the golden line, kind of stay away from oil. And the gold, there it is, all-time highs right there, guys. Very strong buying in gold. Risk on is on in gold. Why? Because everybody's kind of afraid of the stock market right now being overvalued. They're also afraid of the Bitcoin, but this is where the money has been going. Gold, nobody's selling gold. Every country is basically buying gold, and the biggest buyers of the gold has been the Chinese. The Chinese are using all that American dollar that they were lent with the bonds. They've been buying basically gold, and nobody's selling, and that's why the gold prices just keeps going up. So congratulations to all that are holding gold. Okay, so that is so far what the market is doing. We've been a lot of people have been putting in buy this, buy that in the chat. They've been all going up. Okay, market is a risk on. It's still a risk on, but it's hard for me to tell you to go buy stocks that are overpriced. I think a lot of the technology stocks are overpriced right now. They're all running up on momentum. Okay, every single stock, you name it, in AI, they're running on momentum to the upside. There's a whole bunch of lists out there, but you gotta be very careful if the market does come down, because those are the stocks that are gonna drop like 50. Those stocks will drop for like 50% very quickly. Okay, I've seen it in the past, and look at the. A lot of people say, let me just make one little point. Back in 2020, when the market came down, when we had that COVID here, right? Let me go back to ES here, right? I want to make just a little bit of point here. When we had this market drop in 2020, okay, a lot of people say, well, the market came right back up to here, okay. Market went right back. So if it does drop today, I'm gonna hold on. The market will come back, and the stocks will keep going up. Well, this is where people have a problem. Where I have a problem. That people have a problem. Why? Because when the market comes down like this, This market is going only up on the S&P 500 stocks. And not all of them go up. We know that because there's only 5 or 6 stocks that are running up to the upside always, like the M7 stocks. This is what the market is, M7 stocks. So if you go back to 2020, look at those high risk stocks. Those high risk stocks never made it back. Okay, some of them never, half of them never made it back. Half of them maybe did. They went back up, but half of those stocks that were very high risk, they never came back. They went bankrupt. A lot of them. Go take a look at some of those stocks that went bankrupt in 2020. So that's why I'm saying at this point, yeah, everything is up. Even those stocks that don't have any fundamentals, they don't have any cash, they're all going up. But if the market does drop tomorrow, those are the ones that won't come back. So do your homework when you're owning these stocks, making sure they're able to survive if the market does come down. And a lot of those stocks right now are raising money because they're sitting at all-time highs. Go take a look at the stocks you own, especially in technology sector. About 50% of those stocks are raising money right now. Okay, because their stocks at sitting at all-time high, they know they can sell those shares. If a stock is trading and a stock is trading at $50, they're offering their shares at $40. If the stock is trading 50, the guys who are gonna take those stocks at $40 are gonna turn around and they're gonna sell it. They're gonna drive the price probably most likely to the downside. Okay, so you gotta be very, very careful. Okay, so anyway, anybody got the individual stocks anybody want to talk about? So I'm just saying be very cautious. Okay, be very, very cautious. If everything is running up, I'm not gonna look at right now technology sector. You can buy any stock, it goes up. Okay, I don't even have to give you a stock to buy. But are there any undervalued stocks right now in technology sector? Yeah, maybe one or two. There's not too many out there that are undervalued. But I think a lot of the blue chips are still undervalued. Gurkeet, that stock is on my mind. Okay, Amazon is on my mind because Amazon hasn't run up to what the other stocks. If you look at Amazon, it hasn't run up. If you look at this stock hasn't gone anywhere. Dollar Tree hasn't gone anywhere. It's not sitting at all-time highs. So stocks like Amazon are looking to buy. They're not going to move much. But imagine, think about the market. If the market, all those stocks that are going up right now, if the market starts coming down, Amazon is further going to come down. But not as, because I will be a buyer of Amazon if it comes down. Why? Because I know it's a valued stock. I know it's going to go back up. I know it's got the cash flow. I know it's got the fundamentals, right? It's got it's a company that is very solid. But can I say something about Sound or even companies like CoreWeave? They have the technology. They have run up quite a bit. Are they going to, if the companies like CoreWeave, the companies that have gone up, like skyrocketed up there, they're not, once the market recovers, those kind of stocks are not going to recover as fast. Okay? Those kind of stocks are not going to recover as fast. Okay? So stocks like, blue chip stocks are not going to drop that much. Look at the Dow 30. Dow 30 is not breaking out to the two new highs. Take those 30 stocks in there. And only a few that have run up, but all the other stocks like, Pfizer in there. Stocks, there's so many of them in there. They're blue chip stock. Caterpillar. Caterpillar has been running up quite a bit, but still, Caterpillar is still a solid stock. I would even if I buy Caterpillar here, sitting at all-time highs, I know if it drops to $400, look how far this dropped back then in April, 271. Look where it come. It's sitting at all-time high. So I have no ifs and buts buying stocks like that and holding on to them. Yes.
Kaji, a question.
Hanji Wadi.
ਐਮਾਜ਼ੋਨ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਫ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਕੱਟ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਸੀਗੀ, ਹਾਫ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਫਿਰ ਪਈ ਆ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਹੋਲਡ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸੈਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ?
ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਸੈਲ ਇਟ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵਾ ਜੇ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਡਿਪ ਪਈ ਵੀ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਹੂੰ,
ਹੋਲਡ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਇਹਨੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ।
ਠੀਕ ਆ।
ਸੋ
ਹਾਂ, ਮੇਰੀ ਐਵਰੇਜ 180 ਦੀ ਆ।
very good, Paji, very good. Yeah, maybe if you want to cut a little more, though I wouldn't sell everything. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਉਨੀ ਕੁ ਲਾਇਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੀਜ਼ਨੇਬਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਵੀ ਗਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫੇਰ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਓਗੇ।
ਠੀਕ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ।
Yeah,
ਠੀਕ
always never sell every, like ਜਿੱਦਾਂ blue chip stock ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, Amazon ਵਰਗੇ ਜਾਂ BMO ਵਰਗੇ ਜਾਂ TD ਵਰਗੇ, yeah, sell them but don't completely go out of those positions. ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਉਹ
ਠੀਕ
ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ
ਠੀਕ
you can add some more.
ਠੀਕ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ।
Yeah,
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
okay.
ਭਾਜੀ ਐਮਾਜ਼ੋਨ ਨੂੰ ਜੀਡੀਪੀ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਜਨਤਾ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਸਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਖਰੀਦਣਗੇ ਕੀ?
ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਸਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਐਟ ਦੀ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ ਦ ਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਖਾਣਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਚੀਪ ਸਮਾਨ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਮਿਲਦਾ? Amazon ਤੇ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਰੀਦਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੀ ਆ। Walmart ਵਰਗੇ, Amazon ਵਰਗੇ, they're still cheaper than where people still need to buy things. They still need them like necessaries of life, right? They're still gonna need those things. And ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਚੀਪ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ Walmart ਤੋਂ, ਉਹ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ Amazon ਤੋਂ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਉਹ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਆ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ that's the kind of stock they will still make money. Okay. So definitely that's a good list. ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਏ ਐਮਾਜ਼ੋਨ ਬਾਈ ਕਰੀਏ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, let's take a look at Amazon. ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖ, let's see it again very clearly. What am like would I buy Amazon here? Yes, I would, right? But would I make it even a better buy if it comes down here? I don't think it's gonna come down here, but the last time it came down, I bought at 160, right? I bought Amazon at 160, and I bought Microsoft at 343.90. Still remember that in April back here. I bought 343.90 cents. Would I love to buy? Think about it. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੋਚੋ, ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਕ੍ਰੈਸ਼ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਵਰਗੇ, Amazon ਵਰਗੇ, Walmart ਵਰਗੇ ਸਟਾਕ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੇਲ 'ਤੇ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ, ਯੂ ਗੋਨਾ ਬਾਏ ਦਮ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਾਟਮ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ। ਜਦੋਂ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਟਾਕ ਲਾਪਾ ਡਿੱਗਣਾ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਡਰਨਾ, ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਕਮਿੰਗ ਡਾਊਨ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਇਹ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 30 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਨਾ, ਲੱਸੇ ਸਟਾਕ ਲਾਈਕ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਵਰਗਾ 400 450 ਤੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਫਿਰ 400 ਤੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਫਿਰ 375 ਤੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ, 300 ਤੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰੀਜ਼ਨੇਬਲ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ 450 ਤੋਂ, ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਐਡ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਾਓ। ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ, ਪੂਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 100 ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 20 ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਜੇ ਹੋਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ 20 ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਪੇ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਜੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ 20 ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਪੇ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਐਡ। ਸੋ ਨੈਵਰ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਬਾਏ ਯੂਰ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ, ਫੁੱਲ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਐਟ ਵੰਸ। ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਨੈਵਰ ਬਾਏ ਆਲ ਐਟ ਵੰਸ। ਬਾਏ, ਕੀਪ ਬਾਇੰਗ ਆਲ ਦ ਵੇ ਡਾਊਨ। ਕਿਉਂ? ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਵਰਗੇ ਸਟਾਕ, Amazon ਵਰਗੇ ਸਟਾਕ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਸੋਲਿਡ ਸਟਾਕ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਹ ਦੇਖੋ, ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਲਾਉਣ ਲੱਗੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਾਫਟ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਪਤਾ ਨਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਰੁਕਣਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਐਡ ਅ ਲਿਟਲ ਬਿਟ ਹੀਅਰ, ਐਡ ਅ ਲਿਟਲ ਬਿਟ ਹੀਅਰ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਬੇਸ ਬਣਨਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਉੱਥਾਂ ਬਾਏ ਦੇਅਰ। ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਲਾਈਨ ਟੁੱਟਦੀ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਬਾਏ ਦੇਅਰ। ਸੀ ਆਹ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਲਾਈਨ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੀ, ਇੱਥੇ ਸ਼ੁਡ ਹੈਵ ਐਡਡ ਲਾਟ ਆਫ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਸ ਹੀਅਰ ਔਨ ਦ ਵੇ ਬੈਕ ਅਪ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲਿਸਟ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰਕੀਰਤ ਨੇ ਲਿਸਟ ਬਣਾਈ ਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫੇਵਰਟ ਸਟਾਕ ਹੈ, ਫੰਡਾਮੈਂਟਲ ਸਟਾਕ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹਦਾ ਲਿਸਟ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਹ ਸਟਾਕ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਿਸਟ ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ, ਸਾਡਾ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਜਿਹੜਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਸਟਾਕ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਸਟ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੋ ਆ। ਓਕੇ, ਠੀਕ ਆ? ਐਨੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਔਨ ਦੈਟ? ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁਣ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਚਲੋ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟਰੇਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਵੀ ਆਰ ਹੀਅਰ ਟੂ ਹੈਲਪ। ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਾਨਫੀਡੈਂਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਆਹ ਚੀਪ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਆਹ ਚੀਪ ਆ, ਇਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਫਰਕ ਪੈਂਦਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਤੂੰ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ, sometimes they don't know, maybe they make a mistake, but somebody else might say, hey, maybe this is the problem with that stock, maybe you shouldn't buy this stock. So this is what we want to build in this community. When the market does come down, we will know which stocks to go into as a group. Because this is what teaching is all about. This is what you're here to learn, and once you learn that stuff, it's going to be much easier. You're going to be confident. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ confidence, ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, why do I smile when the market is going down? ਹੁਣ ਬਹੁਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਬੜੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੂਗੇ, ਯਾਰ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਡਿੱਗਣੀ ਕਦੋਂ ਆ? All right, that's what we're all waiting for. I'm waiting for a crash. I have cash. I'm sitting in cash, so I want to buy. So don't be afraid of the market crash. It's going to happen. It's part of life. But the only thing is, ਸਾਨੂੰ top ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ bottom ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ. Where are we going to catch? So that way, just get the cash ready, buy a little bit on the way down, buy a little bit at a time. I'm not buying right now. ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ market ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਈਦੀ ਹੈ, keep buying a little bit. But I know the market is expensive. It's going to come down sooner or later, but we don't know when. Okay.
ਅਜੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਸ਼ਟਡਾਊਨ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬੇਕਾਰ ਕੀ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ? ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਵੀ।
ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਓਵਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਆ, ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਟੂ ਅਰਨਿੰਗਸ ਰੇਸ਼ੀਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਈ ਆ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਆਰਟੀਫਿਸ਼ਲੀ ਰਨ ਅਪ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂ? ਵੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਰੇਟ ਘੱਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਬਾਕੀ there is no some sort of geopolitical issue comes tomorrow is going to take the market down. ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਨੂੰ। ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦਾ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਪਰੀਮ ਕੋਰਟ ਕਹਿ ਦਊਗਾ ਯਾਰ ਤੇਰੇ ਟੈਕਸਿਸ ਲੀਗਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਟਰੰਪ ਦੇ, ਉਹ then it's really going to crash this market to the downside. That will
ਇੱਕੋ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਨੂੰ ਨੀਚੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਡੋਨਲਡ ਟਰੰਪ।
yeah, but
ਭਾਜੀ ਕੋਈ ਬਬਲ ਵੀ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ?
I think this is a big bubble. Right now it's a bubble, I think. Yeah. But bubble ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ AI ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਟਾਕਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਨਾ 99 ਦਾ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਟ ਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ AI ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। So don't worry, we're gonna make money in the market, but the market is right now running. So if you have good strong profits, ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਟਾਕ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਕੱਢੀ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸਟਾਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਣੀ, ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਲਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੋ। ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਕੱਢੀ ਜਾਓ। ਕੰਪਲੀਟਲੀ ਨਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਿਕਲੋ, ਪਰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਟਾਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਕੱਢੀ ਜਾਓ। ਇਟਸ ਨੈਵਰ ਅ ਬੈਡ ਥਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਟੇਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟਸ। ਕਈ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟੈਕਸ ਦੇਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ, ਦੈਟਸ ਪਾਰਟ ਆਫ ਲਾਈਫ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ 100% ਸਟਾਕ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੈ, ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ 50% ਥੱਲੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਦੈਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਹੈ ਨਾ, we always think about greed, but we never think about realistically, right? So think a little bit realistically with the stocks. All right.
ਅਜੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਯੂਟਿਲਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ETF ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ XLU ਸਮਥਿੰਗ, ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ?
Yes, definitely. So let me bring it up here. Or is it? Oh, I think it's in analysis. No, news. Where is it? Market data. Sorry, it's in market data here. Utilities, XLU right there. देखो कितना डाउन सीगा है, right? In 1 month it's already up 4.42%. So it's a great performer already. Utility is already going. I think it's still cheap. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਚੈਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਇਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਮਹੀਨਾ 2 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪਾਏ ਹੋਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਪੇਅਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਨੰਬਰਸ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ। healthcare ਵੀ
ਭਾਜੀ
ਉੱਪਰ।
ਥੋੜਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਬਾਏ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਨਾ, ਥੋੜਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ।
ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਸਟਿਲ ਹਜੇ,
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ,
ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਰਨ ਅਪ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਾ ਥੋੜਾ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਜਿਹਾ।
ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਆ,
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਭਾਜੀ।
ਹੱਲੇ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖੋ, ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਬਾਟਮ ਤੇ ਸੀਗਾ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਹੁਣ 1 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਵੀ 4.39% ਰਨ ਅਪ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਪਿਛਲੇ 5 ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ 6% ਰਨ ਅਪ ਹੋਇਆ। ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੱਲੇ ਚੀਪ ਹੈ, ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਚੀਪ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਦਾ। ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਗੁੱਡ। ਲੁੱਕ ਐਟ
ਭਾਜੀ
ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ।
XRP ਚ ਟੌਪ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਟੌਪ ਸਟਾਕਸ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ
ਕਿਹੜੇ
ਕੰਜ਼ਿਊਮਰ
ਵਿੱਚ,
ਸਟੇਪਲਸ ਚ?
ਕਾਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ?
ਕੰਜ਼ਿਊਮਰ ਸਟੇਪਲਸ ਚ
ਕੰਜ਼ਿਊਮਰ ਸਟੇਪਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਾਪ ਸਟਾਕ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ? ਲੋਕ ਲੈਟਸ ਸੀ, there Walmart,
Costco.
Costco, Procter and Gamble, Coca-Cola, Philip Morris. These are all good companies. This is a very solid ETF, consumer staples. So ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਸਕੋ ਕੱਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ, buy this. Hang on, go back.
ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਭਾਈ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਕੋਸਕੋ
Yeah.
ਦਾ ਕਰੰਟਲੀ।
So even this here is sitting at 17%, ਇਹ ਵੀ cheap ਹੈ, XLP. ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਵਿਜੂਅਲ ਸਟਾਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਲਓ ETF ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਓਕੇ। ਸੋ ਡੂ ਵਿਥ, ਇਫ ਯੂ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ETF ਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਈਏ ETF ਦਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਯੂਟਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ।
ਭਾਜੀ ETF ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼।
Yeah, you know what? But you're right. Maybe we're gonna build a portfolio based on ETFs.
ਉਹ ਲੌਂਗ ਟਰਮ ਭਾਜੀ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਣਦਾ।
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. So as well, the healthcare ਦਾ utilities ਦਾ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ cheap ਹੈ, consumer staple ਦਾ ਵੀ cheap ਹੈ, right? ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ cheap ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਹੈਗਾ consumer staples, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿਛਲੇ 3 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ only 17 performance ਦਿੱਤੀ, 17%। ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਐਕਸਪੈਂਸਿਵ ਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ XLK। This is the one everybody should be cutting back on. ਤਾਂ communications go hand in hand with technology. Okay, I think the energy sector is still cheap, XLE, and real estate. So you can buy these ETFs, and if you don't want to take a risk in the individual, we'll do more ETFs. I think we'll look at those companies. Maybe lunchtime we'll do a ETF, and ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, then we'll compare, see if we are going to buy which ETF. But right now I definitely say healthcare, utilities, consumer discretionaries, which one was it? Healthcare, utilities, and consumer staples. These 3 are still cheap. Okay, so I will leave it at there. Anybody else have a question? Procter and Gamble, excellent question.
ਨਾਈਕ, ਲੂਲੂਲੈਮਨ ਭਾਜੀ ਇਹ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸੈਕਟਰ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ?
ਕੰਜ਼ਿਊਮਰ ਇਹ ਹੈਗੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ
ਰੀਟੇਲ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ?
ਰੀਟੇਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ।
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, ਮਤਲਬ ਉਸ ਸੈਕਟਰ ਦਾ ਦਿਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ।
consumer staples, I think it's in consumer staples, but they probably don't have it in the ETF. They probably do, but very like ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਟਾਪ ਹੋਲਡਿੰਗਸ ਆ ਉਹੀ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ Walmart ਦੇ own 10%, so they only show the top holdings, ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਟੋਟਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ 40 ਹੋਲਡਿੰਗਸ ਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਓਕੇ। ਪਰ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ 61% ਮੇਕਅਪ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ, ਬਾਕੀ 40% ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ could be 1% each, ਓਕੇ।
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਡਾਊਨ ਤੇ ਭਾਜੀ ਅਜੇ ਇਹੀ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਨਾਈਕ, ਲੂਲੂਲੈਮਨ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਲੋਥਿੰਗ ਸੈਕਟਰ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਡਾਊਨ ਇਹੀ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ।
Lulu, Nike, right? Yeah, they're all down. But these companies are very strong. I'd rather own these companies. Right? Pepsi is in there. Altaria and Philip Morris pay excellent dividends. Procter and Gamble is excellent company, yes. Right? Costco, you know that. Everybody knows. Walmart, everybody knows that. And this sector gonna keep growing.
ਭਾਈ ETF ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਡਿਵੀਡੈਂਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਇਹ
Yes, they pay dividend ਕਰਦੇ ਆ pay. Yes, as well ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ dividend ਹੈਗਾ 2.70. Right.
ਓਕੇ ਭਾਈ
Okay. So we'll look at ETFs lunchtime. How's that? We'll look at the sectors. We'll take a look at how they are performing over the years and what they own. Okay.
ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਲੱਗੇ
Yeah.
ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏ
Time मैं पा दूंगा. Time कितने बजे? Yes.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਪਲੀਜ਼
Yes. No problem, buddy. All right. So I'll see you guys in about half an hour. Harvey's gonna do his market update. So thank you very much. I will see you very soon, guys. Thank you.
All right, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. And